Thank you, Fadila. Shukran. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. I'm deeply saddened and extremely concerned by the attack today on a humanitarian convoy in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, which left 3 people dead, including the Italian ambassador to that country. I would like to express my deepest condolences to their families, as well as to the government and people of Italy. On Friday, leaders from several G7 countries and the European Union committed $4.3 billion in new funding to finance the equitable distribution of vaccines, diagnostics, and therapeutics for COVID-19. Several G7 countries also committed to sharing doses with COVAX. I would like to express my deep thanks to the G7 leaders for these contributions. These funds and donations move us one step closer to meeting our target to start vaccination of health workers and older people in all countries within the first 100 days of this year. The G7 countries have shown leadership, but we need all countries to step up. We still face a gap of at least $22.9 billion to fully finance the ACT Accelerator this year. It's important to note, however, that money is not the only challenge we face. If there are no vaccines to buy, money is irrelevant. Currently, some high-income countries are entering contracts with vaccine manufacturers that undermine the deals that COVAX has in place and reduce the number of doses COVAX can buy. Even if we have the funds, we can only deliver vaccines to poorer countries if high-income countries cooperate in respecting the deals COVAX has done and the new deals it's doing. This is not a matter of charity. It's a matter of epidemiology. Unless we end the pandemic everywhere, we will not end it anywhere. The longer the virus circulates, the more opportunity it has to change in ways that could make vaccines less effective. So it's in the interest of all countries, including high-income countries, to ensure that health workers, older people, and other at-risk groups are first in line for vaccines globally. To achieve this, we need more funding. We need countries to share doses immediately. We need manufacturers to prioritize contracts with COVAX. And we also need a significant increase in the production of vaccines. Recently, I had a very productive discussion with President Emmanuel Macron of France. And I would like to thank him for his commitment to share 5% of France's doses with COVAX. More vaccines are being developed, approved, and produced. There will be enough for everyone. But for now, and for the rest of this year, vaccines will be a limited resource. We must use them as strategically as we can. Tomorrow, I will be speaking at the Columbia University Symposium on COVID-19 vaccine development, strategy, and implementation. Today, I'm delighted to be joined by Lee Bollinger, the president of Columbia University. One of the first, actually, after I became DG, the first major speech I gave was in 2017 in Columbia University. I was so honored, and that was at the invitation of President Bollinger. In that speech, I said that we do not know where or when the next global pandemic will occur, but we do know that it will exact a terrible toll, both on human life and on the global economy. 3 years later, we're unfortunately learning that lesson the hard way. So, President Bollinger, thank you so much for joining us today, and you have the floor.